for, we have the city clerk of Harrison here, Jeff Pratt, and we were talking during the break about Luke's comments about getting notice of meetings, and Jeff had I thought a very interesting and unique insight on what folks do here.
Well, the comment that I wanted to make, that I made to Luke and anybody else, that when you're dealing with FOIA and talking about notifications, I deal with the other side of that. I get the requests a lot and process those. One thing you might want to consider is not only being added to a list where you're receiving all the meeting notices, but also the documentation. We have two separate lists. We have people that want to know anytime the council is meeting, that the city's having any kind of meeting, and they're on an email stream that goes out. We also have another email stream where people want to be copied in on all documents, all data going out to the council member, to the governing body. So if you're dealing with a school board or city or county government, you may want to get those documents that are going out to those members prior to the meeting so that you would have a better idea of what's going to be discussed rather than just the simple agenda. A lot of times just a statement on an agenda doesn't really do justice to what that topic's going to be. But that would be one of my suggestions.
What does it feel like to have some of these requests?
You know,
Bill Ray asked, what does it feel like to have some of these requests from the city government's perspective?
From the city government perspective, FOIA, it really is a vital and a very good tool to the citizens, to the public. From the city side, it's really not an issue 99% of the time. But just like anything good in our world, you will have individuals that will abuse it. We'll have, there's what I would consider frivolous requests that do nothing but tie up taxpayers' time, money, government, officials' money, just trying to research. I've been doing this for 13 years, and I will get some requests every once in a while where it's someone that's just mad at the city, and they want to use it in a punitive basis. I want to know every time, I want a copy of every report where there was a person from Missouri stopped over the last 10 years. Well, I mean, that's fine, and I understand you may be trying to generate, and look something up, and it may not even be a police thing. I've had, anytime a person was referenced in a meeting over the last 10 years, that's fine, and we'll do it. But when you ask for the same request 2, 3, 4 times, that starts to get a little redundant. They're asking for the same document multiple times. To me, that becomes a frivolous request. And I was mentioning to Luke in the break, the other thing that I struggle with sometime in complying with FOI, but we do it, is companies that use FOIA to gather data to turn around and sell it to people. I may get an FOI request that wants very detailed documents put in a very detailed spreadsheet for them. They want to receive their documents in a very set way. Well, I don't have that report. It's my understanding I'm not required to generate that report. I can give you the data and you put it in your own spreadsheet. But sometimes I go back and forth with companies on that kind of stuff. But like I said, 99% it's a wonderful tool for the public, and I would encourage people to use it anytime you've got anything you're needing. Sorry.
How many hours do you say a month do you devote? How many hours a month do you devote to dealing with FOI? Because some of those requests can take up a lot of time.
It really depends. There have been, this last month, I've probably spent, I don't know, 5 or 10 hours in the last month. There are months where it may consume everything I've got for that month, just depending on how punitive. Every one of those have been just some, I've got people sitting in jail that's just asking for silliness. And you comply with it, and you do the best you can. But it's funny how they understand you've got to reply in a timely manner. They get that one down right fast, but it's like this arm list of stuff. And so we do have to explain that we can only do so much, and we'll get it to you as quickly as we can get it. But sometimes that's 72 hours of stuff. But,
Thank you.
you bet.